Unicorn. Chapter 1. Pancake Sandwiches. The first thing many people do after getting out of bed is put on a pair of slippers. The first thing Pearl Petal did on that Friday morning was slip her feet into a pair of leprechaun shoes. Shoes made by a real, living, breathing leprechaun. They fit perfectly around her medium-sized feet. Pink was not her favorite color, but she wasn't about to complain. She'd been told by the leprechaun that the shoes did something special, but he hadn't told her what. This lack of information was keeping Pearl awake at night, and she found herself doing very strange things in an attempt to solve the mystery. The shoes didn't make her fly, that's for sure. She tried wearing them while jumping off the kitchen counter and flapping her arms. She'd ended up with a twisted ankle and a scolding from her father. They didn't make her invisible. She tried sneaking into the kitchen for a late-night helping of ice cream. Her mother had looked right at her and said, "It's too late for sugar, young lady." They certainly didn't make Pearl strong. She tried lifting the car, but all she'd gotten were some weird looks from passers-by. Maybe Cobblestone the Leprechaun was a big, fat liar. Or, in this case, a little fat liar. Maybe the shoes did nothing at all. Even if that proved to be true, no one else in Buttonville had shoes created by a cobbler from the imaginary world. That fact in itself made Pearl smile. After opening her bedroom window, Pearl stuck her head outside to see what the morning might bring. Across the street, a flock of pigeons preened their feathers as they perched on the town hall roof. The scent of sizzling bacon drifted up from the Buttonville diner, and Mr. Wanamaker's keys jingled as he opened his barber shop. The morning sky was cloudless, which made Pearl happy. It was also dragonless, which made Pearl extra happy. No clouds meant sunshine. No dragons meant that certain secrets were still secret. She closed the window. Then her gaze swept across her bedroom shelves, which she'd filled with some of her prized possessions. Her bird nest collection included nests from a blue jay, a robin, and a hummingbird. But the pigeons was the most beautiful because pigeons like to decorate with ribbons, bits of plastic, and buttons. Pearl's board game collection included Monopoly, Scrabble, and Pony Parade. The goal in Pony Parade was to move a plastic pony from the forest, where it was lost, to its home in the barn. Standing in the way were obstacles, such as a slippery banana peel, a pollywog pond, and a swarm of bees. If you landed on the golden square, you got to trade in your pony for a plastic unicorn. That was Pearl's favorite part. Although she'd outgrown the game, she still longed for a pony. She'd spent a great deal of time trying to persuade her parents to buy one. She imagined braiding its mane and riding it around town. When her parents pointed out that they didn't own a barn, Pearl said, "We can keep it in the alley." Mr. and Mrs. Petal hadn't liked that idea. Pearl knelt on the carpet and opened the Pony Parade box. She had hidden 3 very special pieces of paper inside: a certificate of merit in Sasquatch catching, a certificate of merit in curing lake monster loneliness, and a certificate of merit in rescuing a rain dragon. Each certificate was signed by Dr. Emerald Wu, a veterinarian for imaginary creatures. Now that she'd been working as Dr. Wu's apprentice, something as ordinary as a pony sounded boring. There were so many imaginary creatures that could be kept in the alley. "Pearl, Ben's here," her mom, Susan Petal, called from the kitchen. "Okay, coming." As fast as she could, Pearl stuffed the certificates back in the box, then set the game on the shelf. She scrambled out of her pajamas and into her favorite clothes, a plain, well-worn t-shirt and a pair of shiny red basketball shorts. Then she pulled her blonde hair into a ponytail and hurried to the kitchen. "Hi, Ben." "Hi, Pearl." Ben Silverstein was sitting at the table. Pearl had only known him for a week, but he'd become her very best friend in the whole world. After all, when 2 people travel together through interdimensional space, climb the face of a rain dragon, and seal up a hole in her head, not to mention stalk a Sasquatch, save a dragon hatchling, and ride in a lake monster's mouth, they can't help but become best friends. So nice that you stopped by," Mrs. Petal told Ben. She was standing at the kitchen sink, rinsing the coffee pot. "How's your grandfather?" "He's fine," Ben said, setting a napkin on his lap. "He's doing some stuff at the senior center this morning." "Your grandfather's a very nice man." Mrs. Petal was already wearing her work apron, with its embroidered slogan, "You get more at the dollar store." She dried her hands on a dish towel. "You kids eat as many pancakes as you like. I'll be unpacking a shipment from China." Then she walked down the stairs and disappeared into the dollar store, which the Petal family owned and operated. Pearl sat down and grabbed 2 pancakes. She covered one with syrup, laid 4 strips of bacon across it, then set another pancake on top. Ben watched with wonder as she picked up her creation with both hands. "What?" she asked. "You've never made a pancake sandwich? It's delicious." He looked around as if making sure no one would scold him for bad manners. Then, with a shrug, Ben set aside his fork and grabbed 2 pancakes. His sandwich had jam in the middle. "So what kind of creatures do you think we'll meet today?" Pearl asked. This had become one of her favorite questions. "No idea," Ben said, which was really no idea, but his mouth was stuffed. "I hope we meet a fairy. I really, really, really want to meet one." Pearl dipped her sandwich in more syrup. "What size do you think they are? Are they small like a housefly or maybe big like a bat? Do you think they're pretty? Do you think they can speak our language? Do you—" Her stream of questions came to a stop. She'd spied something on the table, something that made her blood boil.